Welcome to this podcast for National Schools Training ILM Diploma Level 4 in School Business Management. The topic area is Understanding School Business Management, and I will be looking at Unit 1, Understanding the School Setting and the Role of the School Business Manager. The purpose of this podcast is to provide a brief insight into how different school settings with their own unique values and ethos can influence the role and key responsibilities of the school business manager. I have worked in the office of two small schools since 2003 and completed my CSBM qualification in 2012. I now work as a small school business manager in a Church of England primary school in a rural area in North Yorkshire. The school was built in 1875 and has provided education for families in this area since this time. There are currently 50 pupils on roll, split between two classes, with EYFS and Key Stage 1 in one and Key Stage 2 in the other. The head teacher teaches 1 day a week, and we have 4 teaching assistants across the school who support the teacher in each class. I very much consider my role as a business manager to run the school as a business, whereby the stakeholders are our customers and the staff and pupils are the assets we need to take care of. Being a business manager at a small school has different demands on the role. There are fewer people to delegate to, and effectively managing my time to fit in all areas of the responsibility on part-time hours can be challenging. Experience has also taught me that my responsibilities are fluid and that my focus can evolve from year to year dependent on the school development plan. I have considered how the unique makeup of my small school influences its ethos and values and how this in turn impacts on my role. Firstly, finance. I work on the understanding that effective control and planning of the finances allows the senior leadership team to deliver the school development plan goals and therefore the vision and ethos of our school. The smaller number of children at our school means that budgets can vary significantly year on year, and my financial planning has to consider and produce various staffing models to adjust to these fluctuations. I always encourage governors to bear in mind that a child starting in foundation and staying until year 6 is worth at least £21,000 of funding, and that retaining our families and attracting new customers is fundamental. I prepare the start budget after taking into consideration the school development plan for the year and the staffing structure plan prepared on the pupil profile for that particular year. The pupil profile at our school is predominantly white British, which is consistent with area demographics. There are a high number of children on the special needs register for emotional and social needs and catch-up intervention schemes. We have 1 child with English as an additional language and 4% registered as free school meals. 20% of our children are eligible for pupil premium, and considerable financial planning and monitoring takes place each term to determine whether the measures we have put in place to raise achievement within this group are considered effective. Innovatively, we also link the PE funding here to show how sport can raise their self-esteem and life experiences. Financial planning and monitoring are key to the sound control of the school and takes up around 25% of my time. Next, marketing. The catchment area of the school includes 5 small villages, spread over a 6-mile east-west road, but 36% of our current pupils come from homes outside of our catchment. We are keen to attract families whose children are more suited to a smaller school environment. Limited mobility in the catchment area, due to planning restrictions on new housing, drives the direction of a significant part of my role as a business manager, which is to raise the school profile in the wider area to attract these new families. This includes educating all staff to be on the lookout for any marketing opportunity that may arise during the day, regular articles in the local press, the red carpet treatment for any new families looking round, and the production of a professional school prospectus to give out at local nurseries and playgroups. I also coordinate open days in the summer and autumn terms for parents of all year groups, and have just designed and launched a new website. Because of the dynamic pupil numbers and our small school vulnerability, my remit of marketing probably takes up at least 15% of my time. Next, stakeholder management. We have a wide range of stakeholders, and these include parents, staff, governors, the PTA, community members, the diocese, the local mother and toddler group, and the church hall committee, from whom we rent space for PE and events. Relationship management is important to my role, and I believe good community relations facilitates future success. After a challenging couple of years, parents are now generally fully supportive of the school and actively promote us through word of mouth in the local area. We use this to our advantage and publish school satisfaction surveys on our website. Governors are also keen to make the journey with us and are respected and feel valued amongst our school community. Out of all the stakeholder groups, the school's relationship with governors is probably the most effective and has had the most significant impact on driving the improvement of standards and the vision of the school. Other areas of my role. As well as the 3 key areas for me this year of finance, marketing and stakeholder management, I also manage health and safety, premises, the catering and cleaning operations, policies, safeguarding, human resources, training needs and anything else that finds its way to me. I know that next academic year we are having a new classroom built, so my focus will shift to project management, including health and safety and premises, and then on to HR and safeguarding to recruit and train new staff, and then back to marketing to fill the new classroom we've had built. This links back to my earlier point about the responsibilities of the business manager being fluid in response to the demands of the school. Finally, through a stakeholder consultation, I identified our USPs, our unique selling points for the school, and have these on a list on my office wall. All potential inquiries for child places, staff vacancies, volunteers and visitors can hear my marketing spiel. We have identified what makes us different and special as a place to educate children. I could say that every aspect of my role is brought back to delivering these USPs, and I always have my nose to the ground to see what other schools are doing nationwide to make them stand out. As a staff, we are proud of our community focus and family feel to the school, and are conscious that visitors are buying into us as people to deliver the ethos and vision for their children and the future.